أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لإيلاف في قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البلد الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف صدق الله العظيم. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the heathen, nor sitteth in the seat that is can't follow, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in this law does he hide it sunrise and sundown. Him I go dear like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth fruit in his season. Him leaf never I go wither, and whatsoever him doeth shall prosper. Yea! The heathen them now there, so them there like a chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the heathen them never go turn upon judgment of the sinner man, they be the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord God Jah, loveth the way of the righteous and the way of the sinner man, them always and always I will perish. Let the people of the Most High God say, Jah! Kadama we groma beya tela e higzag beer tanaista lena bashante shante shante shante. This is the Black Pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Blakk RASTA. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire, there's something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different shapes, sizes, colors, aromas, and even flavors abandon all their differences into one relegated corner. And then they jump into the black pot, collaborating with the black pot to produce sumptuous food. Ironically, they do not even partake in the eating of the food, the black pot and the ingredients. It is us, the eaters, who do. Yet every time, the black pot and the ingredients will continue to collaborate to produce food. What lesson can we derive from this? A lesson of selflessness, a lesson of sacrifice, and a lesson of generational thinking. My brother, my sister, how many of us will continue to do things for humanity if we are told that we will die within 1 week? Will we plant a tree, or we will plant tomatoes? How many of us believe that we work so hard and we've been able to achieve all these? And for that matter, we are the only person deserving of that. No other person is supposed to enjoy this from us. How many of us don't believe in charity? We believe that everybody must work to be able to get what they want, whether they are sick or not. It's the Black Pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO, and here we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize, but if we must criticize on just one condition, to build and not to destroy. That is why we continue to say we are in the service of God and country. This is where the truth lives, and this is where we speak truth to power. My name, Blakk RASTA, and we are live on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is Black Empire Media. Black is spelled B-L-A-K-K. And we are live and colored. I want to say thank you so much for joining us. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, it's time to hit on the subscription button and also hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch. Today, we're going to be very brief and very straight to the point. Yes? And I want to say thank you so much for joining us. And remember, we are going to all 16 regions of Ghana in what is known as the My Ghana Tour. My dear Ghana Tour. Do you love Ghana? Do you love Africa? My brother, my sister, all the countries in the world that have risen to the top have put patriotism in the center stage. In our nation, Ghana, patriotism has long been thrown to the dogs. When we work for the government, it's time to steal from the government. When we are called into political office, it's time to loot and be rich. My brother, my sister, politicians are busily killing us in this country. Religion is killing us in this country. We are killing ourselves and each other, all because patriotism is lost. It's on the backdrop of this that we have decided to go around Ghana one more time to talk about patriotism, the way Nkrumah saw it, the way Nnamdi Azikiwe saw it, the way Tinkaminen saw it, the way Ya Asantua saw it, and was ready to lay down her life for Asante-Mine to stand strong. Are we ready to do that for our motherland? It's only through patriotism our nation can rise again. Are we ready to stop running away to the white man's land, not because we love it so much, but because of survival? Are we not ready to also receive other people getting visas into our country to come and enjoy some wonderful things, so that anytime we are also traveling, we get respect? White people, Indians, Chinese, they are kings in our country because they've been able to keep their country economically high on the ladder. But with us, it looks like we've been cursed. It's because patriotism is missing. Please support us to go on this tour. We are going to 16 regions of Ghana. We will give 100,000 miniature flags out. 100,000 miniature flags out. Each region we go to, we will give at least 10,000 miniature flags of Ghana. They wave them around and we plant one big flag at a very vantage place. We will lecture the students in the region. We will feed them and then we'll also give them drinks. Right after that, we put up a mini concert and entertain the people and also be able to talk to the people. My brother, my sister, it is the first time this is happening in Ghana. I know you would like to support us. Please, if you truly want to support us, you can send us some money via Momo. Our numbers are scrolling on the screens. And one or two people have complained about sending money from abroad. Yes, sometimes you may have a little bit of difficulty. SendWave is quite easy for you to send through SendWave and some other such, things. My brother, my sister, this is it. And you can send it through the bank as well. The SWIFT code and everything is in there. But from next week, we should be able to get you a merchant number where you can just send straight to Black Empire Media. In the interim, God bless Ghana. It's the Blackport, the Friday edition. Come here, my youth. Now today, and as usual, we have 5 very important issues we want to look at. And I need you to come along. Now, the very first story we are looking at today is rolling on the screen. Watch it out. We will miss AKUFO-ADDO. And who is saying this? Gabby Otchere-Darko. That is his cousin, the modeling politician. He told us a couple of days ago that he has retired from politics and is no longer a politician. He's one of the founders of the Dankwa Buzia Memorial Center that used to give out lectures every now and then. Is it that he has enjoyed enough loot, therefore he's leaving politics? Or he's just fed up with politics? Or he has achieved his whims and caprices, and for that matter, he wants to leave? This is one of the kingpins of the NPP party. The president is his uncle, and the president is at his beck and call. This is a very affable man who was born in Chelsea. He will never give up his British identity for anything. My brother, my sister, one of the reasons he may not be qualified for political office in Ghana is that he holds a British passport. He was born in Chelsea, and for that matter, he may not qualify. But this is the president's go-to anytime he's in trouble. We are told that all the big decisions of this nation have to pass through this channel before decisions are taken. He hires and fires anybody he wills, including signing big contracts on behalf of the nation. He would have to take those decisions. One such deal is the Ameri power deal. The minister bemoaned this situation. At the end of the day, he was fired. My brother, my sister, if you don't want to be fired, don't joke And don't touch Gabby Otchere-Darko. He's a powerhouse. If you don't want to get shocked and electrocuted, don't touch this powerhouse. He owns a media house, Asase Radio. And he is a man everybody knows in the political space in Ghana. This is what he's saying. He's saying we will miss his uncle. Why? Run the story, my youth. Watch it. And this is from Modern Ghana. He says, AKUFO-ADDO's hard work is evident in how he invests in Ghana's future. We will miss him when he's gone. And this is Gabby. Run it, my youth. Watch this. The executive chairman of the Africa Prosperity Network, APN, and senior partner at Africa Legal Associates, ALA, Gabby Otchere-Darko, has said Ghanaians will miss President AKUFO-ADDO's leadership when he finally exits office in January 2025. Despite acknowledging the current challenges faced by the country, Otchere-Darko urged Ghanaians to recognize the positive impact of the current government's efforts. During an interview on Asase Radio, Otchere-Darko emphasized the need for people to appreciate President AKUFO-ADDO's hard work and dedication to investing in Ghana's future. Wow! It's not done. He stated, maybe when AKUFO-ADDO leaves and he's gone, then we will miss him. We will notice it, but not now. After he is long gone, they will say it. According to Otchere-Darko, the president's commitment to the country's future is evident in his strategic initiatives aimed at ensuring that every child enjoys opportunities for success. This way, he thinks about the country because of the things that he does to make sure that every child has an opportunity in the future. Later on, we will see it, he remarked. While acknowledging the challenges faced by the ruling New Patriotic Party government over the past few years, Otchere-Darko also highlighted that the president's achievement must be celebrated. Well, there's been challenges. There's no two ways about it. But in recognizing the challenges, also recognize the work that has been done, he stated. In his view, the NPP has achieved a lot and encourage the communication members to articulate these accomplishments more effectively to the electorate. I think the NPP have a lot to celebrate if they can articulate their deeds better. That's it. Now, I am most interested in two things. One, he says we are going to miss Nana AKUFO-ADDO when he's gone. Not now, when he's gone. Two, he says the communication network of the NPP is weak. That is why they are unable to communicate the achievements of the NPP. This is not the first time he's saying this. He's chastised the communications team over and over. Come here. Now, there's something about politicians that is so interesting. When you see a politician talking and talking and talking and talking about his achievements, trying to convince people about what achievements he has chalked, then you know that he has not achieved anything. If you have truly achieved, let your work talk for itself. My brother, in writing, those of you who have learned how to write creatively, creative writing, they tell you, don't say, show. When you are writing about a certain man called Osmanu, and he's so rich, you don't say, oh, Osmanu was a man who was born in an area called Jakpasu. He was so rich that everybody in the village could tell, even little children. That is not good creative writing. You must show it. How do you show it? Osmanu was born in a village called Jakpasu. He was a man who owned a farm that had an acreage that was unsurpassed. He had 18 houses, 25 cars. He had 100 horses, 700 camels, and he also owned a factory that produced food like rice and also some other such things. Before you finish mentioning what he has, people have already created in their minds that this is a rich guy. Anywhere he went to, he was adorned in gold. And he had about 100 servants who followed him wherever he went. 10 horses followed him to the mosque every Friday. And on his way back, camels brought him, while servants threw petals of flowers right in front of him to walk on when he descends from the camels and the horses. You have adequately shown that this is a rich man, a man who is in good taste of wealth. Politicians do not have creative writing skills. Because they are liars, they always like to talk and try to convince. They want to bulldoze their way through with lies. That is why they talk too much. When Nkrumah was building all those factories and building all those roads, he was not busily going around talking. He wasn't garrulous about some of these things. He made his achievements show. If you are rich, let it show. If you are brilliant, let it show. It's not a matter of carrying your certificates around and flaunting them and telling people you are rich. They are just pieces of paper. The real certificate is in your head. That is what the Nana Akufo-Addo government is all about. They have forced and forced and forced and forced communicators to tell lies, but the lies are finished. Bawumia himself had to become a chief communicator, going around reducing his level from the vice president to the level of a foot soldier, talking gibberish and garbage. Today, he has become the much acclaimed party foot soldier, who is also the Mr. Bean of Ghana politics, the chief comedian. At the same time, when he came in and we crowned him, the Wale Wale Adam Smith, today he's the Wale Wale Blacksmith, the king of lies on a liathon. He can never redeem himself from that thing. Enough lies have gone under the bridge. There has been a huge flood. There's no way he can reclaim whatever position he was in. My brother, my sister, they said the party soldiers had failed. They said the communicators had failed. What is there for the communicators to talk about? Free education. They communicated it nicely to all of us. We loved the idea. We voted you into power. But when you came into power, look at the gibberish education you have given to us. Rubbish education. People are running out of the country. Parents are saying they don't even want the so-called free education anymore because it's not actually free. Textbooks they have to buy. My son was going to secondary school and I had to buy a plethora of books, including things I don't even want to mention. School hymnals, buy water to take to school. For the first time in the history of Ghana, students are going to school with sachet water. You call this free education? The water students have to drink in the boarding houses, they have to buy that from the market and carry there so they can drink. You see students moving from one dormitory to the other. You don't get water for there. You don't get water for there. Make I borrow 2 sachet water, I go replace them. Why? Is that free education? Let Nana Akufo-Addo tell us the truth. When he was in school, secondary school, did he carry pure water to school? Here we call it pure water, sachet water. Did he carry that to school? Hymnals and all those things were given out for free. And when you got them stolen, you went back and got fresh ones. Shoes were given to them for free. My brother, my sister, that is what is called free education, not this pseudo-murderous education that you call free education. Of course, we are glad. Come here, my youth. At least, you see, okonfo boni a watina yarefo ama okonfo pa abeto no you know ma. At least Nana Akufo-Addo started something known as the free SHS. You cannot totally rubbish it. Somebody can come and make it better. And in his own words, the next president will come and fix it. and he knows the next president is going to come from his party. My brother, we look at the kind of stranger before we serve him food. The type of food we serve a stranger will depend on what kind of stranger it is. It's an old Agbanish proverb. The kind of food we serve a stranger depends on what kind of stranger it is. If you have a stranger who is always in your house, he will eat gari and sugar and sleep. But if it's a stranger who means well and comes well, he shall have a dinner like the prodigal son had when he returned home. Nana Akufo-Addo has a terrible track record. I don't know who is going to vote for anybody from that party. By the kind courtesy of tribalism, ethnocentrism, and party, some few people might vote for these people. But as it stands right now, I do not think that I will miss Nana Akufo-Addo. For the 9 people shot and killed during the election, for him to come into power, and he never said anything about it. For selling us out to the IMF and the World Bank, I will never miss Nana Akufo-Addo. I will never miss the arrogance of Nana Akufo-Addo insulting chiefs and pointing at their faces and telling them that if they want development, they should go and build themselves. Are we paying our taxes to those chiefs? We are paying the taxes to you. I will never miss Nana Akufo-Addo for being the chief clearing agent. Cecilia Dapa is very honest. She will get out of it when investigations were going on. Even the cheapest lawyer, the most uneducated lawyer, will tell you that this is prejudice. You are the president. The office of the special prosecutor is prosecuting, is trying to investigate an issue. You come out. The first thing you will say is, oh, I know that this person in the center stage of the whole thing shall be cleared. He's never apologized for that. Careless talk. I will never miss Nana Akufo-Addo. I will never miss Nana Akufo-Addo because of his dirty, corrupt government. In the government of Nana Akufo-Addo, we saw ministers hoarding millions of American dollars under their beds, and it's confirmed. Nobody can say it's not true. Under Nana Akufo-Addo, we saw unprecedented taxation. Under Nana Akufo-Addo, we saw the unprecedented exodus of our children out of this country, seeking greener pastures, as if some kind of disaster had befallen us. Why should I miss Nana Akufo-Addo? For being the king of borrowing his way out of every trouble, and pushing all of us into the coffins of debt. Gabby, maybe you would miss him because you would miss the position. Your position, the position of influence and power. You were the one who pushed the bitter pill of Chris Houghton down our throat, and he ended up disgracing us right there at AFCON. You pushed that dirty, bitter pill of Sir David J under our tongues and pushing that deeply into our throats. And we had that dirty cathedral, which was never built and will never be built until your uncle leaves. You are not interested in the wanton corruption. You are not interested in the mighty exodus of the youth from out of this country. You are not interested in the lowered standards of education in this country. You are only talking about numbers. You are not talking about quality. It's a shame. But Etiye Emma Ewrefri, when they were in opposition, I met him once. We saw how hungry they were for power. Today they have the power. They said they have retired from politics. They have had enough. To God be the glory. I will never miss Nana Akufo-Addo. When Mahama was getting out of power, that was what he said. That one day you people would miss me. I told myself, we will miss you, Mahama. Look at the corruption. Look at how Ghana has gone down. But Nana Akufo-Addo has come to make us see that Mahama was better. The two ills, Mahama was better. If we have another president lousier than Nana Akufo-Addo, that might be when some people will miss Nana Akufo-Addo. And I can predict, if we have Bawumia as the next president, then we shall truly miss Nana Akufo-Addo. They say, when they slap you twice, you will praise one. The bow asutrom yenua who can for Bawku. It's the black pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Come here, my youth. Next story, run it, my youth. Bawku crisis will be over in my presidency. Insert the word be. Bawku crisis will be over in my presidency. And this is Mahama speaking. Wow. I'm happy to hear this. But what are the plans? It's easier said than done. The Bawku crisis is so dear to my heart. My brother, people of the same heritage, the same grandfather, are picking arms against each other, shooting and killing each other. Now soldiers have taken over the whole place, shooting and killing them on top because they are refusing to come to a common ground of understanding. My brother, the policies of our chiefs are very, very spiritual. There are some policies in the north. When a woman is in a menstrual period, she doesn't even walk across it. There are some palaces and holy shrines in the north that if a man has slept with a woman and he hasn't taken his bath, he doesn't walk across those places. There are some places in the north, at some time of the night, people don't come out around those areas. They evaporate or they go crazy. My brother, let's respect traditional authority and power. Now that we have all those places, when two brothers refuse to come to a very beautiful understanding and they fight each other, the enemy will come behind them and loot all these things and even inflame the war so that whilst you are busily warring, he is busily looting. And politicians are our enemies. Today, you go to Bawku and soldiers have taken over. They can walk into the Bawku Nabes Palace anytime. Walk into the other gate anytime. They can walk into any holy place anyhow. Because one, they don't belong to the area. They don't know what is happening in the area in terms of their culture and even heritage. For all they know, they are just there to bring peace. My brother, if this continues, a time will come when nobody will regard any chief in the area anymore. What is in Bawku that you are fighting for? Do you have gold in Bawku? Do you have diamond in Bawku? Let's even say there's gold, there's diamond. Is that where God lives? Is that the Garden of Eden? My brother, it hurts me when people are fighting like that. Brothers, taking arms against each other. Interestingly, when somebody speaks Kusal and another person speaks Mampruli, they understand each other. A lot of the words intersect. And it's so with almost all the other northern languages. When you speak one language in the north, you will be able to understand bits and pieces of every other language there. That tells you that you are all coming from one backbone. You are only speaking dialects of the same language. I don't know how many people understand. But because we don't know history, a Mamprusi man sees a Kusasi man as his enemy. Kusasi man sees a Mamprusi man as his enemy. When a Kusasi man kills a Mamprusi man, he is happy that he has killed his enemy. No, you have killed your brother. It's your brother you have killed. How about the intermarriages? Mamprusis are marrying Kusasis. Father is Mamprusi, mother is Kusasi. When there's a war, mother and father pick up guns and shoot and kill each other because they belong to two different ethnic groups. We need education in the north. We need peace in the north. I don't know how Mahama is going to handle this, but I have ideas. My idea is to have all the powerful northern chiefs and kings and overlords come together. Bring the powerful Asante Hene inside. Let us be able to go through the history of the land and let the people understand that we are from the same grandfather. Once that understanding is built, let us come to a certain common platform and say that, okay, because we are from the same grandfather, this is how we are going to deal with the land. Let's agree that we will never fight over it. Like the Asantes and the Nzimas agreed in history that they will never fight because of Okonfo-Anokye and Osei Tutu the First. That's why we have Nzima Kotoko. The same way the Asantes and the Dagombas agreed that they will never fight all their lives again. That's why we now have Nwa Kotoko. How many people know this? My brother, it's the same way some ethnic groups in the north have also sworn that they will never fight against each other no matter what. If we swore like that in the past, we can still swear now. Why can't we swear like that? The Sisales will never ever fight the Gonjes. They are playmates. They call each other playmates. Have you seen a Sisala man and a Gonja man fight before? No, they are playmates. They tease each other. They make a lot of noise around each other. But they will never pick arms against each other. No. The Kasines, the Grishis and the Sisales, they play. The Dagombes and the Mosis, they play. The Dagombes actually built the Mosi kingdom in Burkina Faso. They play. When you see a Dagomba man teasing a Mosi man, you'll be shocked. And you know this history I'm talking about. The other day, there was a Mosi man who came around and said he was here to beat all the Dagombes in Ghana. And that the Dagombes were weak. Sexually now, they are not able to satisfy their wives. So he, the Mosi man, had come with a powerful Pangasuri to come and pangalize all the Dagomba women. My brother, it was nice. They laughed about it. At the end of the day, they ate Wozafi together and went to bed. No war. That's how it is. So when you see two Northerners talk to each other and tease each other and say a lot of funny things, somebody who doesn't understand the culture will say, but why are they insulting each other? No, they are not insulting each other. They are testing the pulse of each other and reminding each other of the vow that no matter what, they will never fight. It's the same thing with the Dagatis and the Frafres. We see them play football here in Accra. And then the prize is a dog. Have you seen a Frafra man fight a Dagati man before? It's not possible. They tease each other. So why Kusasis and Mamprusis? It's an opportunity now to make a modern day vow that no matter what, we will never fight again. No matter what, we will never fight. Today, Kusasi king can go to the Mamprusi side and sit down there on the throne. Mamprusi king can also get up and go and sit on the Kusasi throne. We both own the place. Nobody else. Both of us have the rights to run the place. Where two brothers are supposed to come together. There's nothing like I own this and you own this. We own it all. Can we go back to that? For instance, me and my brother live in the same house. I buy a cup, I bring it. If he wants to make tea and he wants to use my cup, it is his cup. When I come and the cup is broken, I will say, who broke my cup? I say, what happened to our cup? It is our house. It's not my house. And in the north, it's like that. Children of your brother are your brothers. Are your children, I beg your pardon. Even your brother's wife, she's supposed to serve you more than her own husband. What happened to all these traditions? And now it's all about war. Shooting and killing each other. We don't like Kusasis. We don't like Mamprusis. Who taught you that? Who taught you that? It's time for the modern day vow that we are swearing that we will never fight each other like the Sisales and the Gonjes did. You understand that? Like the the Gatis and the Frafres did, like the Gombes and the Moses did, like the Gombes and the Ashantis did, like the Nzimas and the Asantis did. There's no day that Nzima will pick up any arm to go and fight the Ashanti. Does it make sense? No. And we have proven it historically. My brother, I'm glad that Mahama says there will be an end to this. It's not going to be easy, but we believe that it can happen. Come here, let's look at the story. Watch this. He says, I will deal with insecurity in Bawku when NDC comes to power. And that's Mahama assuring. Run it, my youth. He says, flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, John Dramani Mahama, has been mourned the insecurity in Bawku and its environs in the Upper East region. Speaking with the Upper East Regional House of Chiefs in Bolgatanga on Friday, February 2. That's today. The former president raised concern about how the insecurity in the region is affecting development. He said when the NDC comes into power, he will, as president, prioritize the safety of the people in Bawku and its neighboring towns to ensure there is peace. The time we were in office, we had virtually calm things. Bawku was a thriving community again, and people were going about their business without any fear of being harmed. Unfortunately, now you cannot roam freely in Bawku. Just recently, I was reading that they had put a ban on motorcycles again in the evening. That's it. I pray that we don't politicize the Bawku issue. The NDC will solve it. The NPP is not able to solve it. No. We must prioritize it as Ghanaians. It's a Ghanaian problem. Let's deal with it. I've given you the roadmap. I believe that if other people come in with their brains, we will be able to pick the best brains and deal with the Bawku situation once and for all. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Koko, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we have more. And make sure you send your messages in. We will also read your messages. Yes, and share the broadcast. When we return, there's more. Hey! Wayo!
Skipper George.
Blakk Pot, Coco Show.
It's the Blakk Pot, aka Coco Show. That's the quote from Rosa Parks. She said she has come to learn that when people make up their minds, this diminishes fear. Let's make up our mind and make fear diminish. Is the Blakk Pot, aka Coco Show, and here we speak truth to power. Next story, my youth. Mali, Burkina, Niger leave ECOWAS. Wow. They are gone. What is ECOWAS? Economic Commission for West African States. It's an organization, a conglomeration, a coming together of West African countries to fight for the common goal of the sub-region. Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger for some time now have been embroiled in so many problems. Russia came in and is supporting Burkina Faso, and they are seeing Russia as the new savior and messiah. Right now, they are leaving ECOWAS. They are leaving ECOWAS. And the reason they are giving will shock you. Are they right? Are they wrong? Run it, my youth. Wow. And this is from modern Ghana. Unfortunate. Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, breakaway will be negative for their people. And this is AKUFO-ADDO trying to tell them not to do it. It will be very disastrous. Run it, my youth. The unfortunate decision by Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger to withdraw from the economic community of West African states. So it's economic community. It's a community, not commission, of West Africa states, ECOWAS, is going to be very negative for the populations there. President Nana Akufo-Addo has said. The former ECOWAS chair, however, said the regional bloc is yet to meet on the withdrawals. It happened on Sunday, and we are waiting for a signal from the head, Nigerian President Tinubu, to indicate the time when we would have a summit to examine the implications of what has happened and the way forward for the community, Mr. Akufo-Addo said. According to an article authored by the Center for Intelligence and Security Analysis, their decision could affect the free movement of goods and people within the ECOWAS region, especially since ECOWAS had previously restricted their access to regional financial markets. CISA suspects that three countries may hit back economically at ECOWAS member states since they devise strategies to bolster their respective and common economics irrespective of whatever sanctions the bloc has imposed on them. The withdrawal thus could also delve a big blow to a regional economic integration and cooperation, CISA analyzed. That's it. Africa unite. When Bob Marley sang it, he wanted all of us to unite. Whilst we are looking at Africa unity in the 21st century, we are seeing Africa integration, disintegration. I'm sad. Now, the reason they are breaking away is just one. They said the ECOWAS has outlived its usefulness. ECOWAS has outlived its usefulness. According to them, if there is OAU, why should there be ECOWAS? Of course, the OAU is a bigger picture. Now it's called the AU, where all Africans can unite, where you can move from one African country to the other African country without a passport. You can just move through. When you get a visa to one African country, it's a visa to the rest of the African countries. Goods and people can move about like we have in the EU. Now the ECOWAS was supposed to bring the sub-region together so that trade could be faster and all that. The only way I will accept this breakaway is if we will enhance the AU to the point that we want to say that, oh, this small regional bloc is not important anymore. Let's concentrate on the AU and make sure that the AU is more powerful. But they are saying it has outlived its usefulness. My brother, my sister, Nana Akufo-Addo is saying that it's going to worry the people in the area. Now, once they break away from the community, it means that anytime Burkinabés are coming into Ghana, listen, they will need a visa. Anytime we are also going there, we need a visa. Niger, we need a visa. Mali, we need a visa. They need a visa too. Now you can just enter any of those places. All you need to do is to show an identity card or show a passport, they will stamp it and you go. But is that even working? Burkinabes enter this country and they are forced at the immigration borders to pay. Ghanaians are forced to pay when they are entering Nigeria. So what truly is the importance of the ECOWAS? The community itself is so important, but our people have made it meaningless. Does it mean that ECOWAS is useless? No, it's not useless. We have to empower our people and educate our people to make ECOWAS work. I'm sad when Nigerians leave Nigeria and they come to Ghana and they are going back into Nigeria. They are forced by their own Nigerian people to pay money, illegal monies, to the people at the border. You see a lot of them buying cars and building houses from the corrupt money that they get. All immigration officers want to be posted to the borders so they can make corrupt money. It's sad when you go to the borders and see how they milk people. The other day I was going to Benin and then we entered Togo. When we got to Togo, they wanted to inject me. And I asked them, inject me for what? They said, oh, meningitis. Oh, you mean meningitis? Yeah, I said meningitis. Why do you want to inject me? I have a paper that shows that I've taken the injection already. He was telling me that when I took that injection, it was not from the land. So they have to inject me with the one that they have in their country. Again, I was always flying. Now that you are coming by road, you have to take a special kind of injection. My brother, can I just introduce anything into my body? I walked over to look at the syringes they had, and I'm speaking like this on authority. When we saw the syringes, some of them had been used on so many different people, had never been cleaned, nothing, and they were waiting to inject us with the same old used syringes and all that. When I got there and I saw it, I said, this one looks like it's used. He's speaking French to me, I'm speaking English to him. And then I tell him, Bawku, is it possible that you will change this? Because I saw you using it on other people. Can you change it? He said, no, it's not being used. Can you show me another one that has not been used? He couldn't. They were using that to frighten people so that they would pay them money and walk away. If you don't want to be injected, then pay this money. Me and my team were going to Benin for a concert. We saw it. And I like going by road. Why do you intimidate us like that? And when they are also coming into Ghana, the Ghanaian immigration officers also treat them similarly. Collect money from them, extort money from them, like fools. You claim there's unity in Africa. You claim you are one people. Set a good example for the people. Even if they are doing it in Togo, let them walk through Ghana. Show them that you are the beacon of Africa. But no, you are also behaving like them. So I walked to some of the immigration officers in Ghana. I said, oh, say I had the Ayew. I had the Omuma Kitty cry, but oh. Listen to this talk. When is Africa going to come together? Why do we even need those borders? Why? I was in Holland the other day. My brother, I drove from Amsterdam all the way through Germany and went all the way to Germany, France, through Belgium, Antwerp. Drove through all those places and went to Paris. There was no border. Nobody stopped me to check my whatever. Why can't we have that here? Just free movement of people. Free movement of people. You don't need all those nasty borders. Anytime I see those borders, they remind me of the partition of Africa and colonialism and even slavery. We use it to extort our own people. Yet we are the same people who go and sit in church and pray that we should unite. Be that change you want to see. I'm sad that they are going, but they are frustrated. Maybe this will help us sit back again and try to put things in place and remove all those dirty artificial borders. We don't need them. We don't need them. If I enter Nigeria, I should be able to drive through the whole of Africa without any border. A policeman can stop me anywhere and ask me to show papers and all that. That's different. But border, to show that you are leaving Nigeria, you are coming in, you are endorsing the colonialist wicked idea. Crazy. When we return, we shall be reading your messages. My name, Blakk Rasta, is the Blackboard. Hey! Wayo! Ghana youth for your country, the nation demands your devotion. Are you ready to build your motherland? How many of us remember this beautiful song I just sang? How many of us remember the lyrics of the national anthem? How about the words of the national pledge? Do they mean anything to us at all? Now, history teaches us that all the big nations of the world that have made it have put patriotism first. In our nation, Ghana, it looks like this is not what is happening right now. Can we remember the great works of our ancestors who shed their blood and sweated for our nation to grow? Are we going to sit down and watch our nation go down? Are we ready to uphold the tenets of patriotism? Well, it is on this backdrop that Blakk Rasta is going on a 16-region tour of Ghana. All the regions of Ghana. We shall go to all of these. And each region we go to, we shall hoist a flag of Ghana at a vantage point. 16 flags all over. And then we would give 100,000 miniature flags on our tour. At a vantage point in every region, we will lecture students and talk to them about patriotism. It is called My Dear Ghana Tour. We have a beautiful song that goes with it. At the end of the tour, we hope to be able to get Ghanaians to get more patriotic. As we are the beacon of Africa, the gateway to Africa, we should be able to lead Africa into the new world of renewed patriotism. Watch out for the details. 2nd March, we are beginning. Watch where the train stops. And in the evenings, from 7 p.m., we will put up a beautiful concert for the area. Most of it will be at the market square, or the village square, or the city square, where everybody can come out and watch us. We shall also be on the streets, performing live, just to entertain you and spread the message of patriotism. We have also decided to come knocking on your door to ask you to donate so that we'll be able to go on this tour smoothly. If you want to send us Momo, our Momo numbers are scrolling. If you want to send us something into our bank account, be you in Ghana or outside Ghana, our account number is also right here, including the SWIFT code for those who live abroad. My name is Blakk Rasta, and I hope to see you in your region anytime soon. Let us uphold the great image of Ghana. Ghana did not come here by chance. It was ordained. We must make sure it works. I love you. I love Ghana. Ghana shall prosper. Ghana shall work again.
Wow!
Blackpot. Coco Show.
It's the Black Pot, aka Coco Show, and here we speak truth to power. Now let's see your comments. Yes, let's see your comments. Zacha Emmanuel says, Jaw. Miro says, welcome back. I keep waiting. Mark Hendrick says, big up yourself, Black Rasta. Timothy Zuri says, greetings to you, Black Rasta. I'm watching you live from WAS. Steven Banda says, thank God it's Friday, my king. Asen Sukoli says, Wayo, I'm watching you live in Dubai. God bless you for your good job done. And Zacha Emmanuel says, good evening, mentor and godfather. Preaching the gospel. We are listening to Wisdom, governor from Wusuta. God knows Kudwaji says, Black Rasta, if someone like you is a president of GH, I don't think we would have any problem again. I salute you, legend. Unfortunately, I was not born to be president. That's not my destiny. I am a kingmaker. I'm supposed to help choose the person so we can guide the person. That's who I am. Banjia Mohammed 1 says, welcome, legend. I nearly lost hope in today's session. Alhamdulillah, you are here. Raw, my vibrant king. Run the story by you. Come here. You think say you're the wise. Why yo? MC Scorpion and Timothy Zuri says, Black Rasta, if like we had people like you across the 16 regions, this nation would work perfectly. Your respect is big and large. Big up yourself. Emmanuel says, to build, not to destroy. Ghana shall prosper. Odum says, here again, Black, more fire. Osco Binoko says, keep up working for Ghana. Black, blessed love, respect, blessed. All right, so run the next story. I'm going to be quick with this so we can leave early. No retirement for DEDE Ayew. People are calling for the retirement of DEDE Ayew from the Black Stars team. My brother, my sister, he still goes to his team and he banks in all the goals in there. My brother, my sister, this is him and his brother, and they want to see him go because people think he's been there for too long. Now, the problem with Ghanaians is that they are truly not looking for the quality you are bringing out. They close their eyes and ears to quality, but they look at how long you've been there for. Ghanaians are behaving like Akobam. Oh, you are good. Now you are old. You have been here for too long. Go home and sleep. Then they'll force in a younger player who doesn't even have the experience and is not even as good. That's what Ghanaians are noted for, unfortunately. And this is in all spheres of creativity, from the music all the way through to the dance and so many other such fields. DEDE Ayew is still a hot cake. People ask him to come and play for foreign teams and he banks in goals and so on and so forth. He might not be as hot as he used to be, but sometimes you blow cold and rise up to the heat again. We all saw what Roger Miller did at his age. He was banging in goals and doing things. My brother, in our country we have a problem. A musician comes, he makes hits. And then after some time, they say he's too old. Yet it is now that is even making the best music. But they have closed their ears to the good music, closed their eyes to the good acting of the actor or actress. And they just want a new person. You have been there for so long. We don't want you anymore. Anybody can take your place and we don't care whether the person is good or bad. How do you make legends then? So you see young boys and girls and they call them legend. In my days, to call somebody a legend, he must have why he's gone through everything. And now he's getting ready to retire. Then you can call him a legend. But here they retire you with the word legend. Run the story. Watch the story, my youth. It says, Andre Ayew will not be forced to retire, says family spokesperson Fifi Taki. Run it, my youth. Fifi Taki, the family spokesperson for the Ayew family, has underscored that the captain of the Black Stars, Andre Ayew, cannot be pressured into retirement despite facing criticism following the team's disappointing performance at the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations AFCON tournament. Now, calls for Ayew's retirement have intensified following the team's early elimination in response. Taki emphasized that the decision to retire ultimately lies with Ayew himself, asserting that No one else can dictate the choice. That's it. My brother, Ayew doesn't invite himself to the Black Stars team. Your coaches invite him and they see that he is worthy of playing and they put him in there. You see the coach. Does he invite himself and field himself? It's sad that people are putting pressure on the lad to leave. Well, I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but it is becoming a very terrible thing amongst Ghanaians. Ready to retire you so that you go. Look at the wonderful music legends we have had. They retired them. Sound engineers and producers. Oh, they are too old. And they never won a Grammy. It's now that they are just starting to get international. No, they should go. They have stayed there for too long. When we have that mentality, nobody will be ready to sacrifice for this nation. Knowing very well that they would always relegate us to the background. That is why people cheat with their ages. He's 80 and he tells you he's 20 because you want to hear the voice of a 20-year-old. A lot of our musicians are doing that. That is why all over Facebook, nobody wants to tell you their age. I'm +1 today. What kind of age is +1? But you age shame people. So they decide that they won't tell you their ages. Today, if you want to lose a Ghanaian girl, on the first date, ask her what her age is. He's finished. Hey, flash it away. Next story, my youth. Now the last story says, abolish emissions tax. NPP's Nana B is saying this. Who is Nana B? Look at him. He's a stalwart of the NPP. And he's saying that the new emissions tax is bad. Run the story. We're going to spend just 2 minutes on this. Withdraw vehicle emissions levy. NPP's Nana B to government. Now the national organizer of the governing New Patriotic Party, NPP, Henry Nana Boakye, also known as Nana B, has urged the government to withdraw the vehicle emissions levy. The national organizer says it must be withdrawn. He emphasized, withdraw the emission levy is unnecessary. The finance minister must retract it. Dash it away. Nana B is a son of Boakye Mattress. Historical times, the first man to bring mattresses into the country, and so his business was collapsed by the Rawlings administration and all that. So no wonder he doesn't belong to the other side, belongs to this side. He's saying that we have to abolish the emissions tax. My brother, I want to say one thing. You can't have this tax when Galamsey is still going on. What is the tax for? It is supposed to fight pollution in the country. If you have this tax, you have to plant trees. Last time we planted trees, ghosts chewed all of them in 2 days. All the million trees we planted, none of them lived. They all died. Sadly, Galamsey illegal mining is still going on, destroying the forests, flora and fauna. What is this for? To plant another 1 million trees that will be eaten by goats? It's a stab in the heart to go for this levy when Galamsey is still going on. It doesn't make sense. It's the Black Pot, aka Coco. Let's see your final messages and we are done. Faisal Nuruddin says, Assalamu alaikum, legend. Serious, you are always on point each time you come on air. Black Rasta, come here. Wayo, may the Almighty Allah keep on helping you for the good work you are doing all the time. Thank you so much, Faisal Nuruddin. This is the first time we're seeing you and we appreciate you. Rasmilian says, it's a beautiful Friday. I greet you, Bingy Man. We hope and pray to see peace all over Ghana. What's really the problem with Bawku? Why are they always in the war? Same people being misunderstanding each other. Henyo Raphael says, greetings from Tina Ray. Wayo, love and respect to Tina Ray, love and respect to Raphael. It's been the Black Pot. Come here, my youth. And I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you. We see you again. And happy weekend, happy Sabbath on Monday at the same time, 5 p.m. Ghana time. Hey! Wayo!